So here we are in the distant future, 2021. As I'm sitting here today, I'm trying to think of ideas, and one thing that's come to mind is a lot of the video ideas that I've gone to do don't even really work out. A lot of the times I'll try something and it ends up failing for some reason or other. Maybe the camera shot doesn't look right and I didn't get enough shots, or maybe I just don't like the idea after I did it. Maybe it's like a joke video and then it's not really clear or too evident what the joke is, maybe, because maybe people don't see the same sense of humor that I have. And these things can be challenging, especially when you're not getting very many likes or subscribers and you feel like nobody's really paying much attention to you and you're trying to make it grow and all that. But these are the times you have to think about it's all about the content and growing as a creative. You chose this life as a creative. You have to dig deep and follow through with your ambitions. You have to find ways to nurture that within yourself, if you know what I mean. You have to constantly look for ways to be inspired and try not to get too down on people not looking at your videos or not liking them or subscribing to your channel. I think that the like system and the subscribing and all that can kind of make you feel a little bit down because you're not getting the dopamine or serotonin thing when somebody likes your video. Same as when somebody likes your stuff on Facebook. People are so addicted to social media, and I think that's what it's come down to more, is the fact that people are addicted to social media more than they are trying to be a creative. If you follow me. Just take a look at that sky tonight. Does that look like the sky of the future or what? It's a beautiful big sky night with big clouds. So here we are in the distant future, 2021. I'm out here in the wild and I've just spotted a rare specimen indeed, a payphone. Who the hell uses these nowadays? I guess they do come in handy though. 2021 needs a hell of a lot more payphones, I think. I've been walking around trying to find good subject matter to shoot, and it's just really cold and lame outside. So far the future is just beautiful. I've seen so many futuristic things like the Jetsons flying around, and I saw a payphone. That's got to be a futuristic thing because I've never seen one. Well, not in a long time anyway. Must be a brand new feature to this earth. Can you hear me well? I'm not using my Comica microphone right now. I'm using my Rode video mic. I bought it real cheap on Amazon. It doesn't need a battery, it just plugs directly into your camera. So I want to see how this sounds, especially if I'm talking kind of loud. There's a little bit of traffic behind me, but not very much. I don't think the mic is exactly aimed at it. So it's about 5:30 at night. This is how low the sun is in Ontario, Canada, at this time of day. It's pretty much dark right now, but I'm under one street lamp in a parking lot, and this is how great the image looks. I am thoroughly satisfied by the future with my GH5S. I don't really see the need to go out and get a full frame or, to really spend more money at all on anything I have, because everything seems to be working great. If I were to have any advice to anybody about a minimal setup, I would say just keep it simple. Keep it to 1080p. Get a simple Rode video mic maybe, or a lavalier mic with just a cable that you can plug into your mic, and you should be good to go. You don't need a Weeble S or anything like that. You don't need any kind of gimbal. I mean, those are cool to have, but sometimes I find it is getting in the way. So, I would say for the future, I would try to keep it simple. If this is like a future, what to do in the future type theme video, which I guess it may be, I would just try to keep it simple. Try not to spend much money. See what you can do with less, because a lot of money is being wasted on stuff that you just don't need. I'm finding that I don't use my lights nearly as much as I thought. I'm not using my gimbal nearly as much as I thought. And I am using my lavalier mic system a lot more, but I don't really need to, I'm finding. I can use my other mics, just plug it in and go, not have to worry about all the setup. It's a little more time consuming, but I do like this, the security of knowing that it's all kind of, it all seems to be working fairly well, the batteries, and last a long time. It's very durable. My Comica system I bought, I'm gonna have a full review coming on that, probably in a week. I'm just getting it ready. So I'm just gonna keep a short little simple vlog today. I got lots of interesting footage I'm gonna add to it. And this is one of them. This is footage. I like footage. I see a piece of dust on my lens. Hopefully that's not doing anything. Vlogging's gonna work out using my 30mm Sigma as I'm walking down the road without a lapel mic on, and I'm shouting into the Rode video mic. Does that sound good? Does it look good? Is this stupid? You tell me. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. I have to hold my arm out really far. I think the picture looks pretty nice though. It's holding focus pretty well. One thing I noticed as soon as 2021 hit was just how different everything felt. I mean, suddenly my skin felt like soft and supple, whereas before it was all hard and dry. Everything just changed. 2021 is changing me. I'm becoming a new man. I'm learning how to walk on ice while holding a Zune Weeble. That's probably the most impressive thing I've learned so far. Okay, check this out, everybody. I'm in the future, vlogging on my GH5S with zero light and auto ISO. And this is what it looks like. This is how dark it is. It's auto ISO though, mind you. It's choosing what's best. Here I am in the future, 2021 still, with a green light on my face. I just wanted to see what the green light would look like on my face in 2021. This is the future after all. Green is the color of the future on your face. You gotta watch out for speed bumps while you're walking. The future of walking is speed bumps all over the place. In the future, people still give you weird looks for vlogging on the street. 2021. This is the future of cinematography right here. Blur. So much bokeh that you can't even see your subject. 2021. Some other things I do to keep it simple. Remember KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid, is I don't worry about my hair. I just let it go. I don't bother with makeup. I don't bother brushing my teeth or any of that stuff. I leave everything in my eyes. Don't bother picking that crap out. Just a waste of time. No one's gonna notice. No one's gonna see your hairdo. The thing I like to do to keep it simple is my lighting. I just, as much as I can, I like to use natural lighting. There's no point in spending too much money. Well, I guess there's a point. You don't have to spend too much on lighting. Lighting can be pretty expensive. So I bought 2 different lighting kits on Amazon, and I found that both of them were really cheap. They both kind of, they're both still together. They've lasted me for years. I've had the first one for around 10 years. I was gonna say a little over 10 years, but about 10 years. And the second one I've had for about 4 or 5 years. And the first one kind of fell apart relatively fast, even though the stands seem like they're in fairly good shape. I mean, even though the stands seem fairly sturdy and rigid, there were some plastic parts that broke off, the little knobs that you tighten, I'll just show you instead. I'll put that in the video right above where I'm talking, right here. Other things I do to keep it simple are obviously, like I mentioned earlier, I'm just using my Rode mic, my Rode video mic that I plug into it. You can use a cheap lapel mic. You can get them on Amazon for like $15. I think I might have quickly went over that in a different video. I'm going to do a full review on my Comica wireless mic system. You definitely don't need anything that complicated. In fact, I'm finding a lot of the times it just gets in the way. It's a little too cumbersome. Hooking it up to a gimbal isn't practical. even using the microphone that I'm using right now isn't really that practical on a gimbal because it restricts your movements somewhat, but it's a little lighter and it's easier to set up. You don't have to worry about batteries on the Rode mic either. You just make sure it's plugged in all the way, check your levels. That can be a problem on any microphone, whether it's a wireless or whatever. Make sure you plug the thing in all the way, double check on that. Make sure it's not hanging out. There's a couple little rings around the jack. You want to make sure that those rings are both in connection, or else you won't get both channels or potentially no channels, depending on the situation. But when you're trying to run a one-man show, it can be pretty difficult to think of every little thing yourself. Even something as stupid as plugging a jack in all the way, making sure that your light bulbs are all working, all kinds of things, continuity errors. I mean, if you're just making a YouTube video, you probably don't have to worry about continuity errors too much, making sure every last hair is in place, make sure your wig doesn't fall off all of a sudden. If your wig falls off, then everybody will be onto you. You don't want that. And this is all going forward for the year 2021. For the future, try to keep it simple. Don't go crazy, don't go overboard. You don't have to spend $1 million. Well, you can if you want. You can go crazy. You can go overboard as much as you want. I'm just saying, for people out there who are trying to make their first video, who are trying to jump into it and get into it, just go do it. I know you're thinking of me, you go, oh, this guy's only got 100 and something subscribers or whatever. Maybe you're looking at this 5 years from now and I actually have 200 and something subscribers. That would be terrific. Subscribe, subscribe, comment down below. Comment, I don't care if you dislike it too. That's engagement, A lot of people dislike my videos, maybe because I'm just learning, maybe because of comments that are politically motivated that I've left on their channel. Yep. You get a lot of people reacting negatively to stuff like that. That's another thing about keeping it simple. Maybe leave the negative comments on other people's channel alone. Actually, a lot of the things that I'll say on comments that are on political channels, if I run into something I don't like, I'll leave a little comment, but I'll try not to make it really negative or anything. But you still face backlash. So if you don't want a lot of negative dislikes on your channel, maybe don't do that. That's why I think I have a lot of dislikes on some of my videos. It's because people will come to your video and they watch it and they'll leave a nasty comment, which obviously I have blocked. People can't leave nasty comments because I filter those. And they'll just leave dislikes and all over your videos, you know what I mean? You'll wake up one morning and you'll have 20 dislikes for some reason, because they're little babies and they can't handle a comment, you know what I mean? But don't worry about it, because those things are superficial. YouTube doesn't care if you're getting dislikes. They want to see engagement in your videos. And any engagement, positive or negative, means they might be watching the ads that they're putting up, even on your free videos now, apparently. So don't worry about it. Honestly, I'm not worried about it. And I'm not even doing this for likes or subscribers. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I want to make videos. I'm trying to make each video better than the last if I can. Sometimes it doesn't really work out. Sometimes you just want to get a video out there, and sometimes just having a video out there is better than no video out there because of the algorithm. I haven't had a video up in a couple weeks, so I have been trying to get some nice footage and some nice ideas going and everything, and I wanted to talk about keeping it simple and maybe a little bit about the future. But there comes to a point where I have to just stop and I have to just put a video up there. And I can't be always complicating everything, looking up, absolutely every single detail that could possibly arise from this type of subject or topic. And I just have to stop and put a video out there. That's part of keeping it simple too. You don't want to overcomplicate your videos. You don't want to add too much information or get people's heads spinning around and all that. So there. I think I'm going to keep it simple by stopping it right there, folks. I'm going to continue on with another video I've got going, and hopefully we'll see you in my Comica review in the very next video. And then after that, I'll be taking a look at some of my cameras again, and if they still hold value over the next year. So why don't you come check out what I'm doing, give a big subscribe, I'm sure I've mentioned that about 1,000 times, and hit the notification bell, and then hit it again if you want, so that cancels out what you just did. Really, it's up to you. I don't really care. Like I said, I want to do this for the fun of it.
I love you.
You see my mouth? I mean, do you see the breath? Do you see it? That's how cold it is. My hands are actually on the ground too, so I can stabilize myself. Every now and then I have to look into the LCD screen for for some strange reason. But don't mind that. I'm actually getting a lot better at this, eh?